What's up guys, Sarah Winstead here, back at you with another video. And today's topic was actually a requested topic. So if you have topic ideas or things that you want me to cover in future videos, simply comment below. I'd love to hear from you about ideas that you have. Make sure this content is really relevant and applicable to you and your goals with bodybuilding, competing, lifestyle, whatever it may be. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Today's topic is all about pre, intra, and post-workout nutrition. Now, I'm starting here with the whiteboard. We'll head downstairs in a little bit to the kitchen to show you some ideas as far as just like how to prepare and how to prep and how to put things together for your intra and pre and post-workout nutrition, but some general guidelines here. The biggest thing, the biggest recommendation I have is, yes, these are guidelines. They aren't like hard and fast rules. Doing what works for you is the most important thing. Making sure that you are, yes, fueled for your training sessions and things like that, but the food that you pick and things that you do and protocols that you follow should be unique to you and your goals, and then also test them out. Try different things out, experiment a little bit with how your energy and performance go, but doing what's best for you, your body, and your goals is like the number one thing. But if you wanted some general recommendations, as far as planning your pre, intra, and post-workout nutrition, I always like to follow, 40 to 50% of my total daily carbs for the day in and around my training sessions. This is going to guarantee that we are using our carbohydrates for performance, for muscle recovery and repair, and giving us a little bit extra zip. This is why I put here fast digesting carbohydrates. Those are going to be simple carbohydrates that are get into our muscles very, very quickly when we need them pre, intra, and post workout. And I'll go over more about what that is when we head down to the kitchen here in a little bit. But if you wanted a round number, 40 to 50%, and you can break that up into a pre-workout meal or snack, some intra-workout carbohydrates should you want to utilize those, and then of course post-workout. And you can split that evenly if you want to with a little bit in the middle if you choose to use intra-workout carbohydrates. It all depends upon where you are, how many carbs you have to work with, and things like that as well. 20 to 40 grams of protein, especially post-training. Before training, this can be, again, dependent upon the person. For me personally, I have about 10 to 12 grams of protein before my training session because I do work out pretty early. So play with this. But post-workout, that protein is very important. No collagen. So I know I may get some comments on here about collagen. But unfortunately, collagen is an incomplete protein, especially when it comes to building muscle mass. So if you are using collagen maybe as your post-workout protein in your coffee or something like that, flip the label around and look at it. If it doesn't have 2.5 grams of leucine, which is the amino acid that spikes muscle protein synthesis, muscle building essentially, then I would say it may not be the best thing to have post-training. I would shoot for a whole protein source or a protein powder like a whey or a whey isolate brand, or like something whole like a chicken or something like that. But again, I'll go over more about the foods, but I wanted to mention that here because I have a lot of clients come to me asking me about collagen. It has great health benefits of like hair, skin, nails, but it's an incomplete protein because it usually is missing that 2.5 grams of leucine and missing tryptophan as an amino acid. Less than 10 grams of fat. Now, why do I say that here? Well, fats, when you ingest them, they slow down the digestion process a ton. And so it can pull a lot of blood into our stomach, thereby possibly causing cramping, especially if we do this pre-training. Post-training as well, you could cause some cramping because if we're trying to get the blood into our muscles, get a pump, move that blood around our body, and it's focused in our stomach, it can cause some cramping. So that's why I say about less than 10 grams of fat. Timing. 30 to 90 minutes prior. This is where I say play with this, experiment, see if you feel really good. I don't want there to be like a brick or a bloat sitting in your stomach for your training session. That really shouldn't be happening. So if that's the case, you may need to have it a little bit sooner to allow that your body to digest things and move things through. So it could be anywhere between 30 to 90 minutes before your training session. And then post-workout, make sure you have some time after your workout to calm down. I want you in a parasympathetic rest and digest state. If we're constantly upregulated and slinging our protein shake and stuffing our face full of rice cakes as soon as we exit the gym because we feel like it's the anabolic window, we're not going to absorb those nutrients as optimally as if we were to wait a little bit longer, come home, maybe shower, relax for a second. And then of course I say within about 2 hours. You don't want going catabolic. You don't want yourself going into a hypoglycemic situation or anything like that. We don't want our blood sugar dropping or anything like that. So rest and digest within about 2 hours of training. You should probably get your post-workout meal in. Now, for all of my fasted people that enjoy training early in the morning, I used to be one of those people as well. I've started to experiment with a small snack. It can be something as small, like when we go downstairs, as like a banana. Honestly, that could help you with your training sessions and provide some good nutrients, some fast digesting carbohydrates for that energy that you need to get through your training session, especially if you don't have maybe a large meal as your last meal. That's another option for you as well if you just are like, I don't want to do it at all. So maybe have a large meal for your last meal for dinner, full of carbohydrates and protein and things like that. That way you wake up and your muscle bellies are full of that glycogen, ready to be used for your training session. If that's the case, then I'd recommend maybe a small snack or maybe taking advantage of some intra-workout carbohydrates, some liquid carbohydrates. This could be a Gatorade. It could be a liquid IV that has carbohydrates in it as well as electrolytes. That could be fantastic for your training session. And it could also not put a lot of stress on your body in terms of trying to digest an actual meal if you do train super early in the morning. Last point I'll make here is sodium and water. They are very, very important, especially pre-training, yes, post-training as well, but sodium and water help shuttle the nutrients, carbohydrates and protein, into the muscle, mostly carbohydrates. If we don't have that, sodium is fantastic, especially if you don't have high blood pressure, for muscular contractions. It can help us get an even better pump in the gym. And obviously, water. So essential, making sure we are having, really good water intake throughout the day. But if you do train first thing in the morning, making sure you are, we wake up, we're dehydrated. Making sure you are having about 8 to 12, maybe even 24 ounces of water right around your training session, right before. So again, you can get your body hydrated and get things moving the way you don't miss the pump in the gym or you fall flat or feel like a pancake or anything like that. So, hope you found this helpful as some general guidelines as far as pre, intra, and post-workout nutrition goes. But let's head down to the kitchen and explore kind of what I mean when I say, here's some fast digesting carbohydrates, proteins, some good options for you guys to play with, explore, and find what works for you. All right, so we're down in the kitchen and I kind of raided my fridge and pantry just to give you guys an idea of what I currently have as far as fast digesting carbohydrates and protein sources that would be really useful pre, intra, and post workout. So we'll start with some proteins. We want more of a lean protein source, so that could be like a chicken or a turkey. You can also use the protein in something like a Greek yogurt. That'd be a fantastic option for something that may be like a pre-workout snack of some kind. Another protein source could be a whey protein. I personally like using the Core Nutritionals Core ISO whey protein isolate. Again, fast digesting, gonna get in the muscles very, very quickly. And I do sometimes like the liquid too, because again, it gives my body a little bit less work to do, especially early in the morning. For carbohydrates, rice cakes, rice, those are the kind of things that I have in my refrigerator and pantry right now. Fruit is a fantastic option. As you can see, my strawberries are almost gone. And so I use that a lot in my pre-workout snack that I have first thing in the morning. Banana would be very useful too, because it has good potassium as well. Really good snack, kind of pre-training. So any fruit source would be really, really useful. I sometimes even put the fruit in my yogurt to give it a little extra kick too, if you're looking for like a good snack. And then intra-workout carbohydrates. If you want to bring some rice cakes with you in your bag, it might not be a bad idea. This would even be a good spot for something like a Rice Krispie treat or something like that. Something small that you could have intra-workout that's going to be, again, fast digesting. On the right, you'll see liquid IV. My husband really likes this a lot, and it has dextrose in it. So it's a simple sugar that's going to be great intra-workout. And it's also good because it has electrolytes in it. So I do support things like liquid carbohydrates, like a liquid IV, maybe even looking at a full strength Gatorade, things like that. That again, get into the muscles quickly and provide you that good energy for your workout pre, intra, and post. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video on pre, intra, and post-workout nutrition. I hope you found this helpful as far as giving you some ideas, getting the wheels turning about some general recommendations when it comes to fueling your training and fueling your recovery, as well as some ideas for foods and everything. But again, the biggest point here is doing what works best for you, your energy levels, what fuels your performance and fuels your recovery to give you the very best bang for your buck and build some great muscle mass. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe below, follow me on Instagram. You can apply for coaching as well using the link below too, and hope to catch you guys in the next video.